Just some hours for the IPL auction at the Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai, and we've got a packed house. Devashish Sen, Shubhayan Chakraborty and Gargi Rao joining me as we talk about some of the buys for this particular auction. Lots of players. We know there's a Mitchell Starc, a Harshal Patel, a Gerald Kudzia who'll go for money, a Rachin Ravindra, Daryl Mitchell, but there are some out-of-the-box kind of contenders as well, and that's what I need to pick my guests on. Who they would have gone if they were in the shoes of the franchises. Let me start with Shubhayan, somebody who is sort of hooked onto the IPL 24/7. IPL obsessed man, travelling to South Africa. So let's pick his brains. Your top 5 auctions. Give me one Indian and one foreigner first.
For the foreign player, I'll go with Mitchell Starc. The demand for the overseas pace bowler will be at the highest this time around. And in the mini auctions, we have seen players getting the record-breaking sum. We have seen in the last auction also when Sam Curran shattered the record books, and this time around also I am seeing, and Mitchell Starc is hype. You know, he's a world-class bowler. What he did in the World Cup, what he did in the previous World Cup, what he did in the IPL when he played 8 years back was something amazing for RCB. And this time around, when Mitchell Starc is at his physically best, he's available for the entire season, then I think I won't be surprised if they go nearby that 20 crore mark for Mitchell Starc. When it comes to the Indian player, then Shardul Thakur will be someone who will be high in demand. Of course, many fans are thinking that KKR did the right thing because they had paid 10 crores for Shardul Thakur, but I won't be surprised if Shardul Thakur backs yet another 10 crore in this mini auction.
Your favorite too?
I mean, Australian cricketers will be in high demand. Let's face it. Obviously, the world champions and someone like a Pat Cummins, Travis Head.
Oh yeah.
They would be. Obviously, they will break the barrier. Obviously, they will be gone for a huge price. Someone like a Travis Head. What a form he has been in, and obviously that 137 runs he scored in the final means obviously franchisee will somewhat be influenced. Means also to get someone like a Pat Cummins or for that matter Harry Brook. So if you ask me to name one cricketer, I would say it has to be Travis Head. So obviously he can bat anyway at the top and off spin. So
he made a lot of Indians cry.
Absolutely. And talking about Indian player, means I would go for an uncapped player, and that would be Shah Rukh Khan for me. Means obviously he is made for this format. Means ideally tailor-made for T20 format. Someone who can hit big hits. So I think a lot of franchises will be interested in getting Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay.
Picked up a lots of wickets in the TNPL also, Shah Rukh Khan.
Yes.
So.
He did. You know, a lot of talk there is this time round, Gargi, about somebody like a Rachin Ravindra or a Daryl Mitchell. I mean, the New Zealand stars, both all-rounders, really good World Cups. Your thoughts? I mean, a lot of teams and fast bowlers. So basically, teams like Gujarat, teams like KKR, these guys will want to go for fast bowlers. Your thoughts?
I mean, yes, when you look at the release players of the list, there has been a consistency in all the franchise. They have let go of a lot of fast bowlers. But talking about Rachin Ravindra, I think he's had a very good impact in the World Cup. And I think that's what a lot of people, that's what puts a lot of impression in people's minds as well as franchisees and selectors is what you do in those high pressure matches. And Rachin Ravindra, in the absence of Kane Williamson, has been able to do that. And the other thing that really, is advantages to any franchisee that gets him is the fact that he played this World Cup in India and performed so incredibly well in these conditions. So I mean, he's been at the top of his game. I think Rachin Ravindra could be one of the big names.
Okay. And one more fact about Rachin Ravindra, of course he's India born, Bangalore born, but every year since moving back to New Zealand with his club, he comes every year to India to play a few matches of club cricket.
Explain.
So he knows the conditions well. Another Indian player, Karthik Tyagi.
Yeah.
150, 145 consistently, good Yorker.
Before you go to the Indians, I mean, all of you have named some interesting buys. Rachin Ravindra, you've mentioned Mitchell Starc and Shardul. He's mentioned Travis Head. What is the exact rule about retention? Tell my viewers. Because every day I see a Yuzi Chahal, I see this, I see that, Rohit Sharma's photograph in yellow, somebody's in blue, somebody's in maroon and whatever, pink. Tell us all of these things that, these rumors, etc. Tell us the exact retention rule.
So the trade window, we saw what the madness was this time around, Shahbaz Ahmed, Mayank Dagar being traded, Devdutt Padikkal, Avesh Khan being traded, but the biggest newsmaker was Hardik Pandya, Cameron Green moving their teams around. So, but the real rule is as soon as the auction gets over, from the 20th onwards, the window will again open.
Yes.
And till the date the IPL starts, 1 week I think before the IPL starts, the window will remain open. So don't be surprised if you say, I'm just giving a wild example that, for example, Sunrisers Hyderabad get hold of Mitchell Stark and they want to trade him. They see we have enough of pace bowling all-rounders or pace bowlers, overseas pace bowlers in our bank, then they might go for, give Mitchell Stark to Mumbai Indians and trade in a Rohit Sharma if they want. So I'm just giving a wild example, nothing to speculate about. But right now Rohit Sharma is a wild rumor mill he's going around. So, but I think that's the real rule. You have 1 week before the IPL to trade your players in. Even if you get new players, old players, whoever you want to trade out, that's the option available.
Okay. Final round of questions to all of you. I mean, if I look at the teams, some teams look settled, like a Rajasthan, a Lucknow. Some teams don't look settled, only one department, like Kolkata has the batting settled, Mumbai has the batting settled, the bowling perhaps isn't. Obviously, that will influence the auction, but there is also a randomness about an auction. Okay. And every time you see some out of the box thoughts and weird buys, and you sort of don't understand that what is the logic of breaking the bank for certain players. Some names like that you think all of a sudden might just get tremendous amount of money. Any under 19 star?
Arshin Kulkarni for sure, big hitter, handy pace bowler, can play top of the order. So he did really well in the Mumbai T20 League. Smashed a century in the final, picked up a 4 in the final. Now playing in the under 19 World Cup team. He played the under 19 Asia Cup. Now will be playing the under 19 World Cup. Someone who has been really hyped in and around the Mumbai cricket circle. So Arshin Kulkarni is someone from that under 19 batch who can fetch big bucks. Another player is Manish Pandey. I feel that experience, you never know. Like a couple of years back, if you had told me that Manish Pandey would be fetching 2 crores from Delhi Capitals last season, I would think you are joking. He was not in good form. But such is the IPL auction dynamic. You miss out on some player and suddenly you are shivering that, okay, we have missed out on our target, what we do, and come up Manish Pandey, you put up your pedal up. So his price get risen there. So these are the auction dynamics. Chetan Sakaria, someone, a left arm pacer. You are looking at domestic players. Okay, you don't have many domestic players who have played for India, who is a good handy batter down the order. Chetan Sakaria is a good option who can start a bidding war.
He's interviewed Gerald Kudzia today. You've been speaking to me about him. Do you think, obviously Chennai because of the Joburg connection and the MLC connection, but do you think he can go for real big bucks? Because you mentioned
absolutely, and obviously it's all about real pace. Means 140 kilometers per hour. Means obviously and also can bat, and that and see, it's IPL. You will see all the teams need one genuine quick. And that is what Gerald Coates brings onto the table. Means obviously the pace. I think someone like a Chennai Super Kings, you won't be surprised.
KKR.
Even KKR. I think KKR will go all out to get Gerald Coates, especially on that wicket at Eden Gardens. I mean, obviously KKR. When you let go a Lockie Ferguson, it's a perfect matchup. Means you let go a Lockie Ferguson, you get a Gerald Coates. Means who can add more firepower to that bowling lineup, because spin bowling KKR is sorted out.
Yeah.
All they need is a genuine quick bowler.
he's right, because there's a Varun Chakravarti, a Suyash Sharma, Sunil Narayan, of course. So KKR spin is sorted. But Gargi, again, I mean, when I said the auction dynamic, what I also meant was who comes first. If Shubhan comes ahead of you, automatically teams go first for him. You come ahead of him, automatically everything changes. David Warner came up lower down the order, got 6 crores ahead of, and that's what completely sort of changed everything when that major auction happened. Somebody like an Azmatullah Omarzai. Now, a Gerald Kudzia or an Azmatullah Omarzai, what is the real difference? I mean, is it Afghanistan and South Africa, more hyped team? Australians, more hyped? Do you think Afghanistan players still, despite having the talent, go low because the hype is less? Because Azmatullah Omarzai, for example, is a real all-rounder, proper all-rounder. From the under-19, if somebody can match Gurbaz, this guy.
Yeah.
You think that also will influence? Because now these teams know their mettle. It's no longer fancy buys. They are more prudent. Thoughts?
I mean, although we wouldn't like to admit it, it is a fact that, in a franchise like an IPL, it sort of happens with the glitz and glamour. You sort of, the big names overshadow, the smaller, maybe better players. It does happen when you have a Cameron Green, like in last year, in the last auction we saw, Cameron Green, Ben Stokes going for big bucks, but then ultimately it was the other players who came in and performed better than them. It sort of happens. It's the randomness of nature, and I think with IPL franchises, it's about, who does better in Indian conditions. And I think that's why Afghanistan players also, are looked for by the franchises.
I think that's the point, because look at the talent. I mean, Gurbaz has been successful, Rashid successful, Mujib has been successful.
For Gujarat Titans last season, Joshua Little. Look at
Joshua Little, even Noor.
Even Noor.
So these are important players who've been successful. We'll be live. I mean, all of us will be live. Shubhan will be on his way to the airport, but he'll join us from there. I mean, he's on his way to South Africa for the India series and the all-important Boxing Day test. But Debashish Gargi and I, we will be live from the studio all day with you, deconstructing, and then obviously with our reviews as well. But tell me something, why is the auction in Dubai? You could have had the auction in Mumbai, in Bangalore, in Kolkata, in Chennai, in any other city, Nagpur, Delhi, Mumbai. Why Dubai? According to me, it is because this is an example of India's soft power. The IPL is the dominant T20 league. There are all these T20 leagues which are all viable. Big Bash, South Africa, Dubai. This is a statement from the IPL that, look, we are an example of soft power, we dominate. And this is our global ambition at play. That's why Dubai. You could have done it in India, no COVID. But they are doing this because it's a telling statement on the part of the BCCI. 2 years down the line, the telecast rights will come up for grabs again. What is the next innovation? This is the next innovation. A standalone auction property for broadcasters. Team owners have their business interests in Dubai. That's added to it. The Coca-Cola Arena. All of a sudden, where is it? Dubai, not Calcutta, not Delhi. So this is IPL becoming a global brand. It was India's best sports brand. Now it is India's only global sports brand. And that's what this auction is all about. It's about the IPL's global ambitions. We'll come to you. We'll come to you every hour with Gargi, with Shubhan, as I said, and Debashish, with all the updates. Keep watching. We'll also get ground updates from Dubai with Anshul Agarwal reporting for us from Dubai. But 333 players, their future will be decided. Lots of money and some strange buys. We'll take the franchises on and try and understand what went on. Keep watching.